Well, hello there. Welcome in. I am so very happy to have you here. I'd like to thank you so much for stopping by for the inaugural stream here on my channel. My name is Nerd Builder. Again, as a joke, the second R is silent. A good name. I figured it was a good username. Anyways, I'm probably the only one laughing at that. But I'd like to thank you so much for tuning in here. So, this is my first time attempting to content create, attempting to stream. So, hoping everything goes to plan. Anyways, you know, I'm learning a lot of new things about content creating, and yeah, I'm really hoping that it's going to end up, you know, everything ends up working well in the stream, and that it comes out okay. So I guess we'll see after this to see how it goes. So, but again, I'd like to thank you so much. There, a little bit about myself. So again, as I just mentioned, this is the first time I am taking a stab at content creating. You know, I played Minecraft on and off for a while, for years now, and I figured, you know, with 1.18 coming out, it was a good time to maybe give it a shot. You know, I had my old world, I ended up deleting it, getting rid of it, and, you know, I'm starting fresh, I'm starting anew. I've played around with 1.18 a little bit, and that just to see what the terrain generation. I've been considering streaming for a little bit, and, you know, I figured I'd give it a go. So I figured what we would do is we would start a new survivor world, and, you know, I debated between doing some live streams and doing you know, videos. And I know there's a lot of content creators, amazing ones out there that do, you know, video guides and that. So I figured we would just do streaming. I figured it would make a lot more sense just to kind of walk through this stuff, you know, through live streams, and that way it's not so much limited to episodes, but it's just, it's, you know, we could do what we can do. So yeah, so I'll be streaming a couple days a week to see how this goes. You know, what I'm looking to get out of this is really just to, you know, meet some new people on here, and, you know, some people who are enthusiastic about Minecraft, and, you know, share some ideas about some great builds and whatnot. And yeah, I figured I'd give it a shot. So I'm very excited for it. A little nervous, as you can probably tell, since I'm repeating myself a little bit. But I'm excited. I don't come from a background in any kind of, like, you know, digital media, or, like I said, like arts or content creating or anything. So this will be an interesting thing to try. So, but I figured Minecraft would be a good game because, again, it's really flexible. You know, it's a sandbox game. You know, you can build. There are some, you know, bosses to fight and that kind of thing. But overall, I think it's it's a great game that it's open-ended, and it kind of lets you do what you want, kind of thing. So, you know, we're going to be starting, as I mentioned, a new survival world, and just to show on here, and of course I'll drop in I'll drop in some information into the chat or into the description after the stream here. But we are going to be using two packs here. You can see the Clarity Pack and Dramatic Sky. Again, these are available for downloads. They're both amazing. We're not going to be using the Faithful PBR just for now. I used it a little bit, but I think it kind of conflicted with these other ones. So we're going to be using these two. You can see it kind of changed the look here of the you know, of Minecraft and that. So yeah, so you can see we don't have a world created right now. We are playing modded, you know, obviously there. So I figured what we would do today is we would start a new Minecraft world. We would attempt to survive our first night, and, you know, from there maybe do a little bit of farming, maybe a little bit of mining, and that'll be our stream. So not too long tonight or today. it'll be, you know, just enough to kind of get our feet into the new world, see what we're working with here, and then I figured that'll give some time for maybe coming up with some ideas about like what we're gonna do with the landscape that we end up. So let's keep our fingers crossed for a favorable seed here, a spawn point. So we'll change this to survival, and you know, for the time being, right now, we're going, and I'm going to turn cheats on. I'm not going to use cheats, but just in case we need to use any kind of commands or whatnot, I'm not going to spawn anything in there. I'm going to do pretty much everything on live stream, I think, with this world here. So we'll just leave all that. We'll leave the seed blank there. And yeah, so right now we'll jump right in. And again, I'm going to be checking over at chat, looking at chat. But, you know, the first night especially, like, you know, we want to make sure that we can get a bed. If at all possible. So we'll see where we end up here. So let's just jump right in. So again, thank you so much. Here, you know, the live streams will be over here on Twitch. All video on demand and other videos will be over on YouTube. And of course, I also have a Twitter. So all this information is in my bio there. So let's see where we end up spawning on top of a tree. Lovely. I see a chicken down there. Wow, this is not a great, so we're gonna take some fall damage. If we die, this is kind of funny. If we end up dying, like, right away. So I guess let's see. Wow. That was the weirdest spot for a spawn. Okay. Like, I've spawned on top of trees before, but that was, something. So let's see what we end up with here. So this is pretty interesting. So I'm looking to see what we have. So again, we're going to move pretty quick here because again, I at least want to get I see a bunch of chickens. Let's see, I'm trying to look for a spot that could be advantageous to kind of land. So we got a very cool floating spaceship there. So actually this spot right over here looks pretty good, I would say. I see some sheep up the hill too, so alright, let's try to settle in here. So alright, so we'll get some oak logs. That was an interesting spawn point. That high up. But, okay. Why not? Excellent. Okay. Let's try to go for more oak logs if there are any. That's what I was trying to look for as well. So we'll grab a few more and then we'll make a crafting table. And of course, for those who are just starting out, you know, this will kind of be a tutorial for, you know, surviving your first night. It's not as bad as it used to be. And that's not to say that there's still not challenges to it, of course, but, you know, getting set up it's always the hardest part, obviously, of any game. Okay, let's make a crafting table right now. So we'll make some ones right there. Okay. And we'll turn that into a crafting table. Put that down. Excuse me, sir. Oh, sir. Sir, no. Brokey comes, eats, and our grass gets in our way and just leaves. Okay. Alright. So we're just going to make some walks on our crafting. Okay. He's going to be a problem. I can tell already. Excellent. So we made some wooden tools. I think we're going to end up perhaps settling in this area. So for right now, where are those sheep I just saw? Oh, wow. Okay. Well, this is an interesting area. Nice waterfall right there. So I'm liking this. Near you. Alright, so we'll grab that too. Grab some food. Alright. There we go. 2. Brown sheep. Okay. There we go. 3. Excellent. So we're going to have enough to make a bed. So obviously, you know, I'll drop the spawn seed as soon as I find out what it is. I'll drop it into chat probably later on. Alright, so we're going to let him... Oh yeah, we need... What am I doing? We need our crafting table. So with these resources, and since we have a few extra blocks, we're going to be able to make a bed, which is essential. So essentially this way, we're going to be able to survive our night, which is huge at the beginning. So now we can sleep the night away. We don't have to worry about any kind of mobs. So we're going to grab some seeds right now. Nice, I see the tree, so we're actually going to take the saplings with us. I'm going to have a look around and see what else is in the area as well. So interesting formations out that way. Alright, so we'll see where... this is a strong area for potential settlement. I think I'm hoping a little bit more for a plains biome. Get that classic Minecraft kind of feel to it. So let's go take a look. So I do see some donkey. So let's go over here. Let's see what's going on up this way. I see some sugar cane, so we'll grab that as well. Well, I see it way across the sea there. It's a very dense forest, though. Let's see, this is a potential spot, though, for... Oh, gotta be careful. Actually, there's a lot of interesting stuff. I see some nice coal hanging out over there. Well, look at that. And there's a chicken in the middle there. Cow up top. Up the hill, so let's keep going up. Take a look. So actually, I don't know. Maybe the original spot will be fine. I like having the darker green. I think that's what there's a lot of caves over here. So let's see. I'm just taking a look around, and honestly, now that we have a bed, it really you know, we'll set our spawn point when we put it down, but it's very advantageous because that way we can, you know, we don't have to rush now. I'm collecting resources as we go, just some seeds and whatnot. Let's see, I think we're going to head over this way. So I'll try to be careful. That's kind of more what I'm looking for. I do like that a little bit more. Classic Minecraft green. Okay. And let's see, so we could potentially... kind of like in this area a little bit. It's like a nice little... like bay right here. I'm liking this a lot over here. I was gonna say maybe we could this could be our first... I think we're gonna settle here. So if chat doesn't have any objections, so we'll set our spawn point to here. We'll plop down our crafting table here, and let's right from the start, though, I do want to plant these. So I would argue that after getting the bed, the next important thing is getting your farm set up. And you see we get the achievement of seedy place. Very seedy. There we go. And let's see, we'll put these last two right over here. Excellent. I like this area, so let's see, there was some stone, wasn't there? Is that over here or was that somewhere else? The sun's setting, so we're not going to want to go too far. Okay, let's see. Is there... Alright, so we'll borrow some of this. Well, we're not going to borrow, we're going to take. We'll take some cobblestone with us. Right, this is in fact cobblestone, it is. Still getting used to that, so we'll take it out of this nice little cave here. Excellent. So let's get back. Very narrow. This area has a lot of potential, though. So, of course, the other thing is we want to make sure we're right near our bed for nightfall. And we're actually going to really quickly make a furnace. Excellent. That's going to come in handy. So we'll place that right there. There we go. So you see we get the achievement Sweet Dreams. Excellent. Alright, and nothing should have spawned around us. This is nice. We're right on the water. Nice bay. Alright, so for the time being, let's see, maybe we'll cut down on to cook this up. Let's, I guess let's start clearing out some of this area. Excuse me. So in all, not too bad. And again, once you get the bed, it kind of gives you some more flexibility. So you saw right there that we were able to kind of wander around and find a place that was, you know, a place that we could call home. And then I think this area has some potential. I like the other area, but there's nothing like that Minecraft green. I don't know if that's just me, you know, being picky. Alright, so let's try to get the rest of the tree down. So I figure with this world, you know, a lot of it is, you know, I'll do some, well, teaching to what I know, I guess. You know, I'm sure, you know, we might get a variety of people who maybe check this out. You know, some who are more experienced, who have been playing Minecraft for, you know, many years, and others who are new to it. So I wanted to give an opportunity to do a little bit of teaching and to also see what projects we can do. That'll be pretty cool. So in terms of the furnace, just to explain, so wood is not a very good it is not a very good fuel. To put it lightly. Coal or charcoal is like a little bit better. There, you burn through it pretty quick, so it's not perfect. And actually, while we're waiting, maybe let's do some upgrading here. So we'll get some stone tools. Let's see if we have enough. At least get a pick. There we go. So we got an upgrade. Can I get a home? I can. So we're out of wood. And let's see, I also wanted to, should have enough, I think. I wanted to make a chest, so I'll make a storage chest here just to store our goodies, because again, your inventory will fill up very quickly. And actually, that reminds me, we should plant these by the water. So let's get down here, go right over here, and we'll take that down. Start getting sugarcane growing. Sugarcane's important, and it'll serve an important purpose as we continue to progress there. So, alright, we got some food. I'm actually going to swap out here a bunch of our weapons. Alright, so keep the shovel. The other thing we're going to do is we're actually going to make some charcoal. And we'll keep collecting the saplings too, because again, you're going to... I mean, obviously we have a ton of trees over here, but you're going to want to make sure that you're replenishing your tree supply. There. Okay, what else do we need to do? We are going to need to replant these at some point, but we're kind of limited on space over here, so... Laid an egg. So grab that. And now we got our farm going, which is excellent. So I'll punch some more while we're waiting for some torches, and I think maybe we'll give mining a quick shot as well to see if we can find some good resources. I just can't get over that spawn point. That was crazy. Like all the way up on a massive tree. There's normally, like, you know, they're supposed to do it to keep you like safe and not, you know, in an area that's like really dangerous. So okay, and obviously just to explain that as well, it's important, I think, to start the farm. Other than surviving your first night, I would argue starting a farm is the second most important thing to do, and the reason being is it takes a little bit of time. So we have some food that we got from killing the sheep, but that's only going to last so long, and we're going to need to replenish it. And, you know, we're going to want to be able to breed animals. You know, we don't want to just deplete the animals in our area and not have any other animal, you know, like we want to be able to farm animals as well. So, alright, let's take a look here. So this should be good. Alright, we got a little bit of experience for that. That's good. So we can make a bunch of torches here with our charcoal. So I'll convert those over. So we'll hold that for now. The other thing, let's see, where do we want to start a mine? So I prefer not to go caving, especially at the beginning, just because it's very dangerous. I think actually right down here might be a good spot to... So maybe we'll start one right here. So keep an eye to the sky, and we'll start digging down. So I'm going to do 2 wide there, so let's get some... So we'll just do that. And of course the torches are going to come in handy because we're going to want to light and see where we're going. On the way down. And we'll keep an eye to the sky to make sure, so when we have to go back and sleep. Let's see, okay. Just want to make sure we don't want to step anywhere without knowing. Where it is we're stepping. Alright, so stone tools will not last a long time, but obviously it's a big upgrade to wooden tools. We'll get rid of the wooden pickaxe probably eventually. Alright, I'm actually seeing, so for the first time, which copper is a relatively new one for people who haven't played in a long time, you know, copper was introduced in. You can usually find it, you can actually find like huge veins of it, and it's usually pretty close to the surface. So another minecart, we'll take some with us now. We'll probably come across a ton of it. We're not going to take all of it. In this case, we got a bunch. We'll find a lot of it, so I'm not overly concerned. Alright, there we go. Let's keep digging. Keep our eyes to the sky there. Just because we're not far enough away from the surface. I don't want anything nasty to spawn. So this is a good lesson about you never want to dig straight down. You know, where you're standing, especially in this update, where there are a ton of things, you know, the generation with these massive caves that are just below the surface. So definitely don't want to do that. There. And apologies, I see that I'm orange or red. Combination of the lighting and that. I got to work on the lighting a little bit. So there. I think I'm learning a lot about all that goes into this. It's a lot more than you would think. I mean, I never thought it would be easy figuring this stuff out, but it's a lot. So hopefully it's going well. You can see there's more copper there, so there is a ton of it, you know, usually just below the surface. So again, I'm just keeping watch because we're going to run up and go to bed. So what are we looking for? Right now we're looking for coal. We're looking in for iron specifically. Other resources will be further down, the more valuable ones, but for our purposes right now we want to be able to get some coal, and some iron would be nice to make a nice shield. How are we looking? Is it getting dark? So let's head back up. It is starting to get dark. Okay. Another stick. This will just hang out for a second, and what we'll do is make a few more. Alright, I also have to change the binding keys because I noticed it's been taking some screenshots. Alright, so let's get some more stone. Alright, we have one more there. Alright. And actually, do we have enough? I was going to build the site. Let's see if we can build the second crafting table. Excellent. Did I use up? Did I turn them all on the sticks? I think I turned them all on the sticks. Let's, very quickly, here's a small tree. So, it's not vital that we get a sapling for each one, but we want to collect as many saplings as we can. So let's make more here, and I'm actually going to make a second crafting. And again, there's no shame in not remembering the formulas. I definitely don't. So don't feel bad if you don't remember them. You know, that's what the book's there for. I, you know, do it all the time. And you saw from that we got 28 raw copper, which is insane. How much? So we'll leave this. We'll leave these in here. We'll also stick this in here for now. We'll bring this down with us, and we'll leave this in here, this, and this. So that'll take a little bit of time to grow. So we do have some time. We'll take that with us, and let's head back in. And we're not going to use our axe, but it's important to have a crafting table on you. I tend to leave one in my base and take one with me where I go, and the reason being is just to it's easier to craft things on the go. Oh, well, I think I heard something. Alright, let's get some light. So the thing is this, oh, that's a big one. Oh, wow. Okay. So we want to be careful, because if we fall in there, we're going to die. The nice thing about using Optifine, yeah, we are definitely going to die if we... So I'm not going to get any closer to the edge. Okay. Nothing's going to attack us, but... I was trying to say, I see some copper in the wall. Oh. Well, that was a boo-boo waiting to happen. Okay. Alright. I guess we'll change direction then. If we can. Alright, that's an interesting discovery. I'm guessing, is it going to be on this side as well? And that right there is why you never want to stand over where you're mining, because we would have just took a big tumble into that giant hole. So, all right, so we'll fill this out. All right, well I do hear a zombie. So no need to panic, and this is why, you know, this is why I prefer doing at the beginning gathering resources this way. It's safer than going into a cave where we have no armor and no shield. Oop. And actually, I see some coal. Oh man, did it just go over the edge? It did. Alright, so we're actually going right next to the cave. So if we get closer to the ground with it, that's fine too. We're not going to go in at this stage. But I should see where we end up. Let's see if we can find any resources along the way. So I do hear, like I said, I do hear the zombies. So this is why we want to be careful. There we go. Okay. So we're going to end up probably because we're going like directly parallel to it. And if you decide, you know, early on, and I will drop the world seed for it. Again, we went a little bit, I'm not even sure, I don't have a, you know, what direction, but, you know, we kind of went, oh, there we go, and this is something good that we're looking for, so, let's see, do we end up, alright, this is the good stuff right here. So we're going to harvest a ton of this. And again, we're going to be careful. Just in case it opens up to the cave floor. It didn't. Alright, and you don't have to worry about, you don't have to be paranoid about, oh, didn't want to do that. Lighting everything up, like the minute you do it, you know, you don't have to worry. Nothing's going to spawn. You can hear a zombie somewhere. Still within your immediate vicinity while you're here. So we do this, obviously the further away that we get from it, you know, things can start to spawn. So we want to avoid that at all cost. Alright, so let's be careful here, because and always make sure to look down. Alright, cool. So we'll fill this back up. And actually, yeah, we'll fill this back up too, because I don't think we're going to be doing anything there. And we definitely don't want to... Oh, there goes our pick. There we go. Okay. Oh, okay, so we can still see the edge of the cave right there. So again, we are going, you know, parallel to it. There we go. Okay. And of course, if you guys have any questions, you know, please feel free to ask. If you're watching this after, you know, please feel free to drop a comment. Let me know your thoughts on this. Let me know what you think of our world seed. Here, as mentioned, you know, this will be on Twitch for as long as it lasts. Twitch doesn't store forever, is my understanding. And, you know, so I do have a YouTube channel in there, which the link is in the description. There, my description. So, you know, head on over there. And, you know, this will be up probably tomorrow. The next day, I'll probably have them up. So, interesting enough, we have continued to go parallel to the mine. So, it's a very, it must be very narrow then. And we do have more coal, which is good. So now the other thing that we want to look for is some iron. Alright, so we got another new block. And I'd also be curious to know what you excuse me, what you guys think of 1.18 so far too. Definitely changed a lot of things, you know, with terrain generation and whatnot. You know, you saw the extremes that it does now. I'm sorry for those flashes of light. I think, I don't know if it's the mods kind of interacting with it. But I also have to link the mods in there too that we use. I think they're cool. So we'll be using at least those two for the duration of the, you know, our playthrough here. Nice. Oop. More coal. Which again, I'm hoping to have this world for a very long time. You know, we might end up doing a hardcore world, but that's a little... Oh, nice, we got some iron. That's what I'm looking for. Thought it was coal for a second. That's exactly what we were looking for. Excellent. And there's a pretty big vein of it too. I didn't see any more around. Okay. So again, we'll fill in some of these areas. Let me just, I just want to see, are we still... No, we are not running, or at least the cave is not right next to us anymore. Because I've heard the zombie noises have since stopped. So this is productive so far. Because, you know, we got some iron, we got some coal, we're going to be able to make more torches. I tend to place them a little bit closer together. I think it's just paranoia. That's something will be right there. But as long as you're placing them every so often, you're fine. And you can see we're already up to level 3. There, that's going to come in handy eventually when we do some enchanting down the road. But we're a little ways away from that. Oop, there goes our pick. And again, mining, you know, mining is a huge part of Minecraft, and probably the third most important thing. At least this is the this is usually where what I end up doing with it, because again, now our crops are growing on the surface, and that'll help when we want to get animals. And you know, we'll be doing an animal farm probably coming up, well, shortly, because once those grow, we can get some grain. I'll show the importance of it, why we did it right away. Alright, so let's drop this down. Alright, how many... Alright, excellent. So we'll just make that for now. So make another 24. We'll have to make some more probably soon enough, but... There. Okay. So, with the Caves and Cliffs update, it's obviously extended the world size dramatically. And I think we're starting to get down towards it, but, you know, Deep Slate has been added in. Maybe not yet. To it, so it, you know, really extended the size of the world. And, you know, so far, it doesn't, the ore levels haven't changed, which there are different ore levels. The further down you go. Oh no, it's just dark. So we are starting to hit Deep Slate. That's a good sign. So we're getting pretty far down. Let's see, what do we have here? Is this... There we go. I'm making sure it's not like gold or something like that. And actually, we could make a furnace and everything down here and start smelting some of this stuff, too. So, stone tools will only get you so far. You know, the ideal was to have iron, you know, iron and higher. But we've actually gotten a lot of iron, which is good so far. Excellent. We'll fill in the spaces there, that way nothing will spawn in there. And, you know, to explain kind of what I was doing, you know, when I was originally looking for a place to mine. So, you know, obviously we just, you know, we just got into this area. We haven't done a lot of exploring to see what's, you know, what's around here. Got our first Deep Slate. But you want to be, you know, oh, okay. Interesting, okay. So, the other thing is you always want to be conscientious of your environment around you, and the reason being for that is that you, you know, eventually you might want to build or change things, so you don't want things to be too, change too many things. I'm just trying to see what's back there. Okay, that goes back pretty deep, I think. So, the other thing on that note is you want to be careful because sometimes, you know, while mobs don't spawn in water, sometimes the, you know, if they spawn to a block adjacent to water, they can go into the water. And in a situation like that, which it wasn't big enough for them to come through, but, you know, if we had a 2x2 here for them to come in, they could potentially come in and do some damage, so. But we know that there's an ocean on this side. And there was a cave on this side. And actually, that was a lucky find. Okay. So, I guess what we'll do is... let's dig this out. And carefully, just in case that ravine is still next to us. Alright, so we are into the Deep Slate now. Deep Slate takes a little bit longer to knock down in that. Alright, so let's start going this way. As well. Excellent. So maybe we won't go this far down. Maybe we'll go like to this level. There we go. Alright, so I'll put a torch on the wall here. So we'll see where this takes us to, see how far, if we're below that ravine, or if we're going to walk right into it. We may end up being below it now. And the other thing is, again, I'm doing 2x2 with this. It's just a force of habit to cover a little bit more ground. You definitely do not have to do 2x2. And I think it's partly me being claustrophobic as well. That I try to give a little bit more space. But a 1x1 will suffice too. Just as an FYI. Kind of sounds like Minecraft music, doesn't it? Using pretzel rocks, which I found it's a very great music provider for creators. That's YouTube safe and whatnot. So there's no copyright issues. I have learned so much about this stuff. Excellent. Yeah, it's a good, feels like a Minecraft song. Alright. So every so often when I'm glancing over, I'm just taking a look at chat. Just as an FYI. The way my setup is, I have my monitor right over here. My other monitor. Maybe right there. Okay. So eventually we're going to run out of inventory space. I feel like we're getting close to it. So what we're doing now is technically called branch mining. That again, like, we're going off of like a main corridor. And actually this is a great find right here because this is going to come in handy, some redstone. So we don't have the tools to grab it right now. Redstone's going to help with some more contraptions down the road, especially when we get like a sugarcane farm going, or any other type of automated machinery or anything. So that's going to come in like a ton, like very much handy. So we'll keep this here for now. If we try to break it with a stone pickaxe, oh, okay, we don't want something falling in on us. Okay, we want to be careful. We don't want something falling in. Here, but there's a cave. Or an opening. Alright, so I guess on that note, maybe we should be, we should have enough. Nope, I need my crafting table, that's fine. So. Alright, let's make a nice little, maybe like indent right here. We'll do a nice like 2x2 space. And we'll make, a nice furnace. Nice, we'll use some of the deep slate. There we go. And we got 20 raw iron. And we do have some coal, so let's start melting that down a little bit. There. Again, and we'll cover it in a future episode, but, a blast furnace is a little bit more quick with doing resources, but for right now we'll just make a regular furnace. Excuse me. I think that we'll leave the furnace here. Probably still take the crafting table with us just because we'll need it. I don't know if we're ready. Let's eat. I don't know if we're ready to explore just yet. Here, that looks pretty big. The biggest thing for that is I'm always hesitant to, alright, you get some experience for that. Nice. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make a shield. I always recommend using a shield. That way, you know, if something comes up, you know, it gives us a means of blocking, you know, an attack or something. So, you know, it comes in handy with like skeletons or even creeper blast or, you know, zombies. And that's, I always recommend carrying it in your offhand there. We have a lot of iron, luckily, so we're going to be able to do a few things here. Let's see what should we make next. Well, we can make a iron pickaxe, but we need sticks. I would like, and it's going to take a screenshot. Apologies, but it's yeah, I have to change the key bindings there. Okay. What was I doing? Iron pick. So this is why this was such a productive trip, and why an iron pick. You can see we get an advancement for that. Where's our redstone? Here it is. So, you know, this is going to allow us to mine redstone now. If we had done this with, we want to be careful here just because we know that there's a cave opening. Okay, and I think that's the extent of it. So you see we got 24 redstone dust. Alright, so we'll just kind of put that back there. Alright, so you can see we got some more. We're already up to level 5. And we could make a clock. Well, actually, no, we cannot make a clock yet. But, yeah, now let's make a chest plate. How much more do we have? So we have a couple more. I want to make a bucket there, so let's equip this. So you can see now that the, you know, there's, you can see like what looks like a couple little like shields or banners just popped up. So that's going to be our defense rating there. So now you can see that, you know, it has gone up a little bit. So we have a little bit more production, and you see that we have, you know, some nice armor on there. All right, so we'll take this out. We don't have anything left to cook there. Yeah, so we'll just let that burn out. Okay, I do want to make a bucket. One of the other things I always recommend is carrying a bucket of water, just in case you come into contact with lava. You can put yourself out right away. So, okay, so we have 5 left. Okay, so we'll do the helmet, I think. Did that? Okay, that just fully depleted the rest of our gear. So you can see it's going to give us a little bit more. So that gave us 1 more. We didn't have enough for the leggings and that. So, but we'll strive to get, you know, some iron pants and some iron boots there. We have the shield there, so they actually deplete our iron. So iron is, especially at the beginning, it's a very important resource. And, you know, you go through it quick. As you just saw, we had 20 and we tore through it. So at this stage, we're not gonna do it on our first stream here. We're not gonna go into there just yet. The other thing we'll probably do is maybe we'll dig out a little bit more on this side right over here and see what we have. So we'll actually have to move this. And maybe we'll put it like right there, I guess. Oh, just knocked it down. So let's see what's over this way. So we are pretty far down, but so far this has been a good resource area for us. Alright, there should be enough lit, so let's do a little bit more. we're off to a really good start. You can see how full our inventory already is. We have to make more chests in that, but you know, I think we'll have to get some more wood. And it'd be nice if we have to do a little bit more mining to try to find a little bit more iron in that. You know, again, like that was 20 iron ingots that you saw how much we had to dig out to find it, and that's how fast it goes, just like that. So, but the redstone finding was a huge one. There. Let's see, I left the crafting table over there. Maybe we'll leave it there. You can just craft another one. Yeah, it's a good idea to always have one on you, leave one in your base, and then maybe in other areas where there will be, you know, where you know you'll be at various points. And, you know, something that we might end up doing is going and exploring that. Well, we will eventually exploring that cave. We just want to be safe doing it. The thing with the caves and cliffs thing right now has been that, you know, people, and I've seen videos of it, and it, you know, from other YouTubers, rather, you know, YouTubers, content creators, that, they've been having creepers, just kind of fall on them from, above, and that if you're in, like, the caves and that they've just been, like, seriously just, like, you know, diving down on top of you. So that's why I've been hesitant to go in the caves, just because, like, if that's in fact the case, that is less than ideal, and that's a good way to die. So that's why we're going to try to armor up to the best that we can. I'd like to get a full suit of armor. And we may have to go in there to get some of the, see if we can get some more resources, you know, especially if we want to do some enchanting. We're going to need some lapis lazuli. And we're going to need to find some diamonds eventually. So we can get some obsidian. Actually, let's put it right there. When we want to go to the nether. And that, which is another nasty place. So that's my big advice this stream, and hopefully it won't happen to us anytime soon. But you're going to want to be careful if you go caving. And, you know, I will post the coordinates for this world, where we are, into the description there. So if you do want to play along, you can follow along with like the series and everything here. But it's something that you're going to want to be careful if you go, because there are a few opportunities I've seen since we've walked by to go caving, and you know, things can spawn wherever it's dark. Things can spawn, so you just want to be very careful. And this isn't as productive as going into a cave, honestly, because it's a lot of digging out and that kind of thing. But the thing I like about it is it gives a lot more security, because I know what's in front of me, and well, you know, we don't know exactly what's in front of us, but you know, like we could see what's in front of us, and we can see, you know, what's behind us. Everything's lit up. Nothing's going to sneak up on us. You know, we've taken precautions to light everything up and to close off any holes. There. Oh, and we have this left. Okay. Alright, so we use up this pick right here. You'll see how fast the wooden one go, and that's why we went right away for the stone tools. There we go, so you can already see it's like depleting down. Excellent. There. But overall, I can't complain too much because this was a pretty productive trip. And, you know, as I mentioned before, too, just going back to the topic of the different tools, you can see how much longer it takes with a wooden pick. But you can also see the durability is, like, bad, and, again, it can only cut through certain blocks. You know, most notably cobblestone, some of the granite. And I'm just trying to essentially get this down to where it'll break because we're not going to need it anymore. Nope, and there it goes. Okay, so I'll put another torch right over here. There. Excellent. So we actually had a pretty good overhaul today. Pretty good haul, I should say, not overhaul. A pretty good haul today. So not bad for a first time, you know, mining. There. So let's see what the conditions are on the surface. Alright, so jumping up. Ooh, it's nighttime. Let's head back down. We have no light on the surface, so give time for anything to despawn. Up there, so we have a lot more to explore. Nothing will chase us down here, but we have a lot more to explore, obviously, with that, you know, the cave that way, and, you know, we can keep digging that way, too. So, we're pretty far down under the surface right now, but overall, a successful mining trip. Again, we got some armor, we got a shield, we got some redstone, which is tremendous, we got some coal, and, you know, we have our stone tools in that, so, yeah. So I think we're going to leave it here for our very first stream. I'm going to have to go back and make sure that there were no tech issues. So if there were, you know, my apologies here. As noted before, I'm going to be well, I didn't mention this before. I will be live streaming a couple times a week. So the series is it's going to be mostly through live streams. So, you know, I've set up Streamlabs to kind of put links in the descriptions and whatnot, or in the chat, I should say, and whatnot. But yeah, I think again we're gonna probably try to stream, you know, a couple times a week. You know, I'm shooting, you know, I have a schedule up on Twitch, so make sure to check that out. But right now I'm looking at a preliminary schedule of Sunday, Monday, and Wednesday. But of course I'll keep you guys posted on there. And you know, this will end up over on it'll end up over on YouTube, so it'll probably be available the next day after the recording there. So I'll have all the, you know, video on demand stuff over on YouTube there. If you're not following me on Twitter, I definitely recommend heading over to Twitter to follow me on there. The link's in the description. I'll post updates about when I'm streaming and gaming. And of course on here, you know, if you're not following on Twitch and you are interested in this type of content, please consider following on there. Really helps the channel out, and that way you get notified right away when new content comes out. So I'd like to thank you so much, you know, if you made it this far through my rambles and everything. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Here, so I'll be back with another live stream very soon. So until then, take care, and we'll see you soon.